Ah, Tulov, there you are. You've usually retired to your room by this time in the evening. When Matheson said you were not there, I began to worry you'd gone completely mad and tried to escape. What brings you to the library at this hour?
Ah, Sir Charles, wonderful. This saves me from having to go find you. I was reviewing the requirements set out for the next design requested for the war effort. I noticed an oversight and decided to draft up a proof of concept design to show this. Quite simply, the fact that you specify that a turreted design cannot be chosen for this setup is overly cautious. It is not only possible, but feasible for the 7.5-inch cannon to be mounted in a turret, provided the crew use the traverse responsibly.
What the devil are you talking about, man? We're talking about tank turrets, not ship turrets. How on earth can a heavy cruiser gun be mounted in a turreted vehicle? That's preposterous. But I suppose the blueprints you're drawing there will say otherwise, am I right?
Very astute, my friend. By balancing out the weight of the cannon with a large turret bustle filled with ammunition, the entire setup is perfectly balanced. As long as it is fired while the bustle has the hull underneath it, the bustle transfers the recoil to the hull, which subsequently transfers it to the ground. As long as it doesn't fire over the sides, it will work flawlessly.
The bustle transfers the recoil to the hull? Let me look at those, Tulov. I see. Or at least I think I do. So, you've limited the traverse of the turret due to the recoil forces of firing the gun. Well, that makes sense, Tulov. Just to be clear, what would the consequences of firing the gun over the sides of the hull be exactly?
Well, that would be the thing. It would be a terrible waste of materiel. Without the hull to absorb the recoil, well, the tank crew will become pilots for one short and rather explosive flight. But I have devised a brilliant method of preventing them from firing over the sides. We just need to put a decal next to the fire control system. Have it say, "Aim carefully." 3 exclamation points. That will let them know that we are serious.
Dear God, please tell me that you aren't serious. You mean that 1 or 2 degrees of traverse wrong and the turret could shear off? My good fellow, this is madness, even for you.
Ha! If these men cannot tell how safe it is to fire their own vehicle's main gun, then perhaps they lack proper training.
All the training in the world. Training we hardly have the time for. Couldn't make mounting this gun in a rotating turret a good idea, man. It's clearly just not safe. If I sent a design like this off to production with my seal of approval, well, that would be the end of T.E.A.B.A.G. I'm afraid I really must insist that we keep this design as a casemate.
If you insist on going with such conservative design criteria for the sake of expedient training and crew safety, then I suppose I'll just sit this one out. I refuse to let my genius be stifled like this. Let's see if any of the other designers can come up with something better despite these limitations you impose.
Dash it all, man. When Churchill asked for a heavy cruiser gun on a tank, I thought the idea was so barking mad that only you would be able to make it work. Clearly, I hadn't counted on you being so damn stubborn. Fine, you leave me no choice. We will have to see what the rest of the group can come up with, as you say. God help us.